Hey guys, my name is Mindy Lawhorne. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with us. Again, my name is Mindy Lawhorne, if I said that too soon. And we're here to talk to you a little bit more about what it is we do. It's called coaching, but to be honest, it's really not the best term for it. When I think of a coach, I think of someone with a whistle or a hat or gym class or football, and it's really quite different. It's much more fun than that. It's so much more interesting. It's a labor of love, but it's also a way to stay accountable. It's a really awesome way, not only to help yourself, great way to help others, but a way to possibly bring income into your household without you having to leave the house. It's been one of the best things we've ever done, and it's one of those like kind of things you never thought maybe something would come out of it, but it all started kind of with a discount. And after the discount, I went to, well, I've already lost, this X amount of weight. Maybe if I just tell someone else how I did it, that they would want to do it too. And it just sort of grew from there. Now, everyone's story will be a little bit different, but I just want you to take a deep breath, roll your shoulders back. It's night on Thursday, so if you want a glass of wine, grab a glass of wine, and just hang out with us. We've got 3 other girls that are going to come in, tell you a little bit more about their unique stories. And I just think that it's a really good time to just consider doing this with us and on our team and seeing all the different personalities, the different backgrounds, ages, fitness levels, everything that have come together that have made their coaching business. So without further ado, I'm going to ask for my first major speaker, God, that sounded amazing. Our first presenter to come in, her name is Holly Hess. She's one of our awesome coaches. She's one of our awesome Star Diamond coaches. But I'm going to bring her in. Now, real quickly, when we have a different speaker come in, it takes just a second for them to switch. I'm in Texas. Holly's in Kansas. So it'll take just a second. So just be patient and we'll get going.
All right. Hi, everybody. All right. So I am Holly Hess, like Mindy mentioned, and I have been coaching for almost 2 years. And I am someone who came into this business. I had zero fitness background whatsoever. I actually hated anything to do with working out, exercising, PE, like none of that. I wanted nothing to do with it for so much of my life. And then as I became an adult and started to have some weight issues and ups and downs, that's kind of how I first found Beachbody programs by infomercials, and have been using those for a long time. And then fast forward, I happened to meet Mindy online, and then the rest is history. And so I decided to give this a shot, and I'm so glad that I did. I did teach music for 10 years, so I have that's what my background is. Has nothing to do with fitness. And then I became a stay-at-home mom once our first son came around. And so I've been a stay-at-home mom for almost 10 years. And then coaching came into my life about 2 years ago. So I am able to do both. And it is so great. And so that kind of takes me into the benefits of coaching, because I do stay at home. But this is a business that I can do from home. I can do it from anywhere, actually. And it's so great. And I'm just going to list a bunch of benefits for me. And I know a lot of coaches would say these same things. And then I'm going to go a little bit further into a few of them. So for me, the coaching opportunity, the benefits that come from that are accountability, helping other people, earning extra income. There's a sense of community and teamwork. There's an opportunity for travel, personal growth and development, and improving my own health and fitness. And so the biggest reason that I said yes to this opportunity almost 2 years ago was I needed another level of accountability that I just wasn't doing it all the time on my own. I had been up and down 30 to 40 pounds several times, and I was so tired of losing that weight over and over again. And so when I started coaching, I knew that if I'm going to do this, no, it doesn't mean that I don't have to be at my goal weight to start. I don't have to be at my goal weight today, but I do need to be working towards bettering myself. And I know that if I'm telling people that I'm going to help them and that I'm going to be a coach, then I do need to stay accountable. And so I almost look at it, well, I do look at it as my responsibility and my job to keep myself healthy. And so that level of accountability actually kind of scared me at first because I was afraid to put it out there that this is what I was doing, but it's exactly what I needed. And I have been able to maintain my weight loss and improve my health and fitness, and that has been amazing. The next thing that I didn't have any idea would happen was the sense of community and the sense of amazing teamwork and the people that I've met, 3 of which are on this call who I've met in person multiple times now because of some travel that we've been able to do. And what's so great about this business is it's your own business. It's your own business to make whatever you want out of it, but you're never alone because you're on this amazing team. There's, we get together in different groups on Facebook, or we're, doing calls such as these where we're seeing each other and we're helping each other and we're giving each other ideas and we're brainstorming together as to how better serve people. And so while it is your own business and you make what you want out of it, you're never alone in it because of this amazing team and the amazing fun people that I have met because of this. And let me just say, when we get together, it's so much fun. Like, I think of it almost like a vacation. Yes, we learn and we grow, but we laugh and we eat and we have so much fun, and coaches actually do eat, and it's awesome. One of the benefits that I didn't realize would be so rewarding, how we can help so many people, and we can help people that are not just local people that we see every day. We can connect with so many people because of social media and reconnect with people, and we can, through social media and groups such as on Facebook, we can help people in a group setting, and you reach so many more people because of social media and because of things like that, that you can help an amazing amount of people. And when I get messages from friends and from people I've met on social media about, I'm so glad you asked me to do this with you, and I thank you for your help. I would have never done this. I wasn't doing it on my own, and I thank you so much because I'm so healthy, so much healthier now. And it's so rewarding, and it just completely fills my cup that I am able to help people. And by helping other people and helping myself, and I am earning income that is a great benefit of this. So I just can't imagine not doing it. It's such a great opportunity to have something that's all my own. The business is what I make of it. The level of success that I have or don't have, I'm completely responsible for that. But I know that I'm not alone because of this amazing team and this group of amazing, fun women. One of which I'm going to introduce, who's going to talk to you next. Her name is Laura Caruso. She is a busy wife and mom. She loves traveling. She loves Disney. She does real estate. She's even, as of today, I found out, a Red Cross volunteer. So she's super busy and able to have a successful coaching business. So I'm going to turn it over to Laura.
Do all that stuff. Again, Holly introduced me a little bit, but I am Laura Caruso, and I am a mom of 2 kids. I I have been into fitness actually a little bit throughout my entire life, I want to say. After college, I got into running. I never thought I'd be a runner, but I became a runner. And then after my first child was born, my daughter, I decided to join a gym because even with running, I love to run. I still am a runner. I wasn't seeing results. So I was like, all right, what do I do? Because I need to get my free body, baby body back. And so I did the whole gym thing. And, I wanted to consider myself a gym rat for a little while, and maybe I was, but I would always go there and I still felt a little lost. I didn't know really what to do with the equipment. I liked the classes, but they weren't always, convenient for having a child and nap times and all this stuff. But I still did that for a while. And then it was after my second child was born, my son, that I realized it was like, I was still going to the gym. I was still running. I was not getting the results that I was looking for. And I was seeking something else. And I was just not really that happy in my own skin. So I am one of those late night infomercial stories. I saw Insanity on the TV and told my husband, I was like, we're going to do this. We're going to commit. And he thought I was crazy. I thought I was a little crazy. We fully, thought we were going to go into this and say, all right, we're going to put this on the shelf. Like, we're not going to make it through. But 60 days later of pressing play, of, going through soreness and drinking Shakeology and all that, we saw results. We saw the results we were looking for. And so at that moment, we were hooked because this was something that we finally saw, through from beginning to end. And then we had a result that we were desperately seeking. And it was the only thing that had ever really gotten us to that place. So we, saw results. So we were hooked. At that time, though, I still had no idea about the coaching opportunity. I had no idea that was even something that could be a thing. And when I was presented with it, I went right into my own head and still said, no way. I was like, I went into all my misconceptions of what that would mean. And the first one being that I would all of a sudden have to start selling my friends. And I was not into that at all. I was like, I do not want to go sell my friends and my family and be like a walking billboard. That was just not my cup of tea. And it wasn't until I looked at it completely differently that I realized, like, that is not what it has to be if you don't make it that. It's, if you look at it more like, we all have things that we love. We love, certain restaurants. I love to travel. So I have like places, of course, I tell people to go, certain islands, cruises, whatever. If somebody asks you or asks me for a recommendation, of course I tell them what I think. And that's the same thing with this and with health and fitness. It's you're just sharing what works for you or what you love. And it doesn't have to be about being a salesperson. It really can be just about sharing what has worked for you. And if somebody asks you something that you recommend, just like you would a restaurant, that's what this is. So when I got that out of my own head, I was able to kind of take that pressure off of myself. And then I also thought about, like, at that time when I was thinking about coaching, even though I had results with the program I did, I wasn't exactly confident in myself, and I didn't have a ton of friends on social media. So I was like, well, how am I going to make this work? Because I'm not, at that time, I was like, I'm not like overly extroverted. I'm not out there just talking to people. I'm not, again, a salesperson. And I was like, I mean, you got to be all those things to make this work, right? And I realized over time that is something that you just really grow into. And you grow through this process of when you decide to take this step. it is something that evolves. It doesn't mean you need to have like 1,000 friends or followers places already. I know I didn't. It was something that, you just start to be friends with people and it becomes natural. It doesn't have to be something icky or that you have to all of a sudden jump into something you're not ready for. That's what the whole process is about. Once, you decide like, yeah, I want to help people. And that's what it becomes about. And then I went into the whole thought process in my head of, I got results from this program. But again, like Holly said, like, I wasn't like thinking I was at like the best possible place I could be to help people. I'm not a fitness guru. I like fitness, but it doesn't mean I'm like expert at it, or that, somebody would put me on like a fitness magazine. So why would anybody want to come to me to ask for help or want to join me with this? And it's really becomes down to people don't want, if they need a fitness guru, they can go to any of the magazines that are on the store shelves and read what those people have to say, and it's great. But what they want is they want you. They want you. They want to be in the trenches with you. They want the real. They want the raw. They want your struggles and they relate to them. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're at the end of your journey and you're in this picture perfect body that other people just, they can't relate. And, a lot of us, you get to your end result and it's a journey even from there. And it's not ever just that simple. So they want, the fitness guru ends up being you, because if you know one more thing more than they do and you share it with them, then that's knowledge to them. And you are then a fitness guru to that person. It doesn't have to be about knowing everything or every possibility. It's just continued growth. And then my major hang up when I was thinking about coaching, and a big, objection or misconception I had was, I am going to have to give up so much of my time. And at the time, my kids were 2 and 4 years old when this opportunity was presented to me. I felt like I had a gazillion things already on my plate. I did not have like extra time per se. Like they kept me on my toes. And it wasn't until I looked at it a little differently that I was like, well, I did not have a job. I was a teacher. I was an elementary school teacher. And I knew I loved these programs and products. And I realized that there was a potential to earn income with them without me having to leave them. And in any other scenario, I would have had to left my kids in daycare or in some other way to bring income into my home. So really me committing to this was not about me giving, taking over their time. It was actually me giving more time to them, because otherwise I would have had to leave my home to go to work. And I looked at my already what seemed super packed schedule just with them. And I looked, well, where was the time in my day that maybe I could fit this in? And it was as simple as deciding as like in the morning, I would have coffee and watch Good Morning America. And instead of necessarily taking the 15 to 30 minutes of just sitting there and drinking my coffee and watching Good Morning America, I was like, okay, well, this is like 15, 30 minutes that I could devote to learning what I need to do as a coach, to actually doing what I need to do. All right, well, there's a little bit of time. Or in the evening, deciding the same thing. And then as my kids grew older, it was maybe the carpool line. While waiting for my daughter to get out of school, I had to go to that carpool line and I had to sit for a long time because that line was crazy. That was time that I could utilize to devote to coaching. So it became not about like taking time from them, but really just finding where I could work it into my schedule and make it work in that day. There was time there. I just wasn't looking for it originally. And it was just taking a look at my schedule and just saying, okay, where can I make this work? Because I knew that this was a way that I could give back to my family and I could contribute. And as simple as things as like groceries to begin with. I love that. I loved being able to then help with my kids' activities. So this was giving back to my kids. I wasn't taking away from my kids and their time. I was giving back to them. And I was able to then also, my kids went to private school. They have gone to private school. That is because I decided to look into my own schedule at the time that I could find in that schedule. And now we're able to do that for them. And then some vacations that we've gone on are because of the income that I've earned, because I decided to commit to this. And those are my best memories, because I know it's because I decided to do this. I created new memories and new time with them that I would not have had otherwise. And it was just amazing. So it was just taking that step, looking at, time in a different way. We're all busy, but there are moments that aren't necessarily always utilized in the best possible way, has given me so much more time with my kids in the long run. So it was well worth it. And as many misconceptions that I had of coaching before I started, I am so glad that I took this step into deciding to do this and get, kind of taking those and not getting wrapped up in them and just starting anyway and then figuring it out. It has been the best and most positive thing that I've ever decided to do in my life. So, and with that, I would love to turn it over to my teammate, my friend from my former state of North Carolina. She's a wife, she's a mom of 2 active boys, she's a doggy mom, and she's an amazing photographer. That is Miss Bianca Palmer.
Hey everybody, nice to see you, nice to have you guys here. My name is Bianca Palmer. I am a mom of 2, wife, and I'm happy that you guys are taking the time to be here today. So I want to tell you a little bit about how I started in coaching. And hold on one second, please. Brayson, go ahead. Okay, so yes, so I'm flying solo today. My husband's out of town, and they were all staying put until right when I started talking, they shut up. Here we are, yay. Okay, so back to it. So I want to tell you about how I got into coaching. And I kind of started a little different than most people do. So I was not invited to a presentation like this. I did not know what coaching was. I kind of went backwards about it. I had my second child, and I was not feeling good about myself. That transition from 1 to 2 kids was hard for me. Middle of the night nursing session, P90X infomercial came along. It was around Valentine's Day, and I remember I said, you know what, this is gonna be our Valentine's gift. So I ordered it, and I did it. I sort of did it because I didn't follow it exactly, but after several months, I got results, and I shared those on Facebook, just with the hopes that I would motivate others, especially moms, to see what was possible to accomplish even after babies. So someone mentioned to me, they said, hey, I think you can sign up as a coach. And but she wasn't a coach. She didn't really know about coaching. And I just went ahead and signed up. I did not know what I was signing up for, and I didn't do anything with it for probably 2 years. Looking back, I so wish that I had known the opportunity and what would have come from it, because I would have definitely started a lot earlier. But I did finally get started back in 2013, and I started with my first challenge group. And that's actually what I'm going to talk to you about, is what we do as coaches. So the main thing that we do is a few things that we do, but the main thing that we do is we lead accountability groups, and these are done online, and it's a great place where we support and motivate each other. So as the coach, our job is to motivate and help others to achieve their goals. So we chat with them. We find out about what their goals are. We try to match them up with a workout program that works for them. We help them with nutrition. And in the accountability groups, we do daily check-ins. We post tips. And now, I don't want you to think, well, how do I know what to post? So guess what? We are given challenge group guides, and we're giving the info, because as the other girls have mentioned, we don't have to be fitness experts. We're just kind of passing along the info, right? All this info is given to us. We're passing it along, sharing it. And then from there, people use it, they apply it to get results. The other awesome thing about that is that with those challenge groups, like I said, you have a guide you follow, but as you get going And as you get used to it, as you learn more, you can do whatever you want with your groups. This is your business. So if you love cooking or you love crock pot recipes, you can concentrate on doing a group where you share that. So you really can do so much. You have so much flexibility. A lot of things that we do as well is we run groups with other coaches. So, right, that's a great way to share and to have more that we can share with others, more value, because there's more than one person leading it. So those are accountability groups. And the other thing that we do as coaches, well, we got to stay accountable in our own fitness journey, which is awesome because of coaching, I would say that I'm the healthiest and strongest that I've ever been. And that's because of coaching, because I got to stay accountable, because I got to get my workouts in, because I got to feel my body the best way that I can, because I got to do personal development and feel myself not only physically and not only get stronger physically, but mentally. So all these things work together and help us become better versions of ourselves. And it doesn't mean that we have to be perfect, because, hey, it's all about balance and it's about real. And yes, we can eat bad stuff, and let's not call it bad because it's okay, right? It's all part of it. But we're just going on this journey. And as we go, we're sharing it with others. Just like Holly mentioned about if you have a restaurant that you love and you share. Like, for example, today I shared about these awesome, cute little magnets that I found with for the kids' chores. So people ask me, where did you get that? So I'm going to tell them just the same way that I share about the workouts that I'm doing, about the nutrition that I'm doing, and the results that they've given me. So that's just what we do. We share about what has worked for us. And a lot of it is chatting with people. Like, a lot of our job is literally talking, which is super fun. So not only do you get to talk to others, you get to connect with old friends. You get to make new friends. You meet so many people in this journey. So as far as challenges that you meet, but then also you connect with so many coaches. I mean, I have so many great friends right now that are that I know because of coaching. And it's because I've only met them because of coaching. Some are local in North Carolina. Some, like all these girls, are far away, and it's always so fun when we get together. I've been on 4 trips. I've been on 2 cruises. I've been to Mexico, Punta Cana. These girls have been on most of those trips, and it's always fun to get together. And one more thing that we do as coaches that I love is we celebrate others. So we celebrate not only our challengers when they achieve some awesome results, but also other coaches in our team that are achieving awesome goals. And something that I love too is that we're not only celebrating scale victories, there's so much more to it, right? It's all those non-scale victories and how you feel stronger, healthier. You can lift heavier weights. You can go upstairs and not get tired. You can play with your kids and not get tired. So it's just so much. I mean, I'm so thankful that I decided to take on coaching. It's been a blessing in my life and has given me an opportunity to do so many things. I love that I can work from anywhere. This summer, we spent a lot of time traveling and going to different places, and that's okay because I could still do my coaching from anywhere I was. All I need is a phone. I'm good to go. That's all we need. So that's what I wanted to share about what we do, kind of like the nitty-gritty about what we do. We have something that we call a power hour, and you will get training on this. It kind of helps you go through your main duties, activities that you want to do if you want to grow your business. And that's an awesome thing. You'll have training on every single thing. So you don't have to worry about, I don't know what I'm going to do. We teach you. So it's all good. But that's all I have for now. I want to pass it back to Mindy, who's my coach, and she's going to wrap this up.
Hey guys, awesome. So I think that they're really amazing ladies. I do, I love them. Like sometimes I call them girls. I mean, but why? When I'm sure I'm the youngest of all of them. But no, really, they're just so cool in so many different backgrounds. And I mean, in just ways they even do this business. You know, I want so badly for you just to think about what each of them has said and think, you know, they each do it from the time that they have. They do it their own way and their own style, but you have this, you know, team to support you, but it's your own way and, you know, how you would do it. One of the things about the misconceptions that kind of Laura talked about, she was saying, you know, I always thought I didn't have time. I thought I didn't have the money, you know, I'm too busy. And a lot of the misconceptions I think that many people think is that they have to look a certain way or they have to post in a certain way. And the unfortunate thing about what we do is that because some people have seen others post something that they thought was icky, they think that they're automatically, lumped up in there, or they think that, they have to kiss their bicep or kiss their Shakeology or always take pictures of themselves in the bathing suit in front of a, mirror with a selfie like this. And then the after's like, it's not like that. You don't ever have to do that. It is really a business of connecting with others. And how we connect with others is just about the things that we do in life, the things that we naturally like, the things that we naturally are. And I think once you understand that, this becomes so much more of a fun and free place. I think in the beginning, we do think, just like Bianca was saying, that it has to be about weight loss and we have to be a perfect size 2, like Holly was saying, at all point, and nothing could be farther from the truth. How we connect with others is relatability. Like, think of all the things in your life that you have right now that other people are probably going through. I mean, sure, good, fun, awesome stuff, but also maybe stuff that is a little bit more of a struggle. That's what connects people together. And in my life, I mean, I started this business, 9 years ago. And the first year I had no clue what I was doing. We just thought we get a discount. We buy protein and stuff anyway. Why not? But my background is I grew up the last of 5 kids. My nickname was CC, which stood for Chubby Cheeks. Like, who wants that name? But I just grew up always chubby and super unathletic and just always overweight. And I just remember hating it. And not that I was overweight, but how I felt and how I felt I looked. And I just didn't like how people would respond to me sometimes. And I also just knew that I could probably do better. And it wasn't about being skinny for me. I just wanted to be healthy. And I wanted to not feel so inhibited. I know that sounds really weird, but I always felt like I had like a chubby suit on. I don't know if that makes sense, but I wanted to be funny and I wanted to talk to people, but I was always like, I've never been shy, but I was kind of like, because I'm like, I don't like how I look, or I don't like how I feel. And through learning more about fitness, I mean, not only did I realize, don't eat peanut butter and ice cream every night, hello, but when you work out, you not only sure can begin to look better, but you start to feel better. You start to gain confidence. And, God just showed me that was just a version of stewardship. It was me, like, people always think stewardship is about money. Stewardship is about anything that we have. We need to be good stewards with it. And I'm like, gosh, I need to be a better steward with my body. I'm not genetically a girl that will lose a lot of weight, or I'm a little bigger girl. You know what I mean? It's like I would say that and I'm like, okay, stop. I have a purpose. And once I figured out how to eat, how to do a thing called personal development, which is just making ourselves better from the inside out. The workouts I loved. I didn't have to do all the workouts. I think we have to be really good at running and CrossFit and, lifting in the gym and dance classes and Zumba. And no, the good news is you could just find like 1 or 2 workouts with all the different videos that you love, and that can be your bag. And I was like, hallelujah, because there were a couple I just loved. And there were so many I couldn't stand because I just was uncoordinated or it hurt my body. You know what I mean? It was a weird thing. And it doesn't have to look like anyone else. It just has to be 100% you. So when I figured all this out, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stop beating around the bush. I like good food. I struggle with my weight a little bit. There's got to be someone else that is a mom with 2 boys that feels the same way I do. There's got to be someone out there that has been divorced before. There's got to be someone out there that loves Jesus. I mean, there's got to be someone out there that, maybe knows someone with cancer or has a spouse with cancer. And I just started being very bold about my life and not like, hear me now. I was like, well, this is kind of what we're dealing with, or this is where I get my hope, or this is how I, when I've gained a few pounds, this is how I get it off, or this is how I try to shop healthy. I mean, all kinds of stuff. I talk about fashion, eyelashes, all kinds of things. And what's really interesting is that's how I reach other people. And I love it because that's me. And that's the stuff I want to talk about anyway. And when I find someone else that gets the things I like to talk about, then that's someone that would be perfect to be my coach, because I'm going to be able to motivate them. I'm going to be able to help them out, and they're going to get me. And that's one of the beautiful things about this business. So I think people think they have to have this degree and they have to have these certifications, and they have to look like this, and they have to have 4 hours a day to work this business. And none of that's true. You just have to be willing, find those pockets of time like Laura did, and follow the system. And the system is the one that we have for you. So whether you're someone I invited here or some of these girls invited here, we all have systems. And what that means is a step-by-step training to help you know what to do every day, make it where it's not icky, to where you're not like totally silent on Facebook and then all of a sudden, you're posting 45 times a day. No. We will help you ease into it in a way that settles right with your spirit and not something you're like, look, I feel so icky doing this. There's so many ways to do it. And let's be honest, self-promotion isn't weird anymore on, social media. Hello. Think about all the people that are into self-promotion and they don't even have a business. So anyway, that being said, since we started this business, first year didn't do anything. And then we have been working hard for 8 years. At year 5, my husband retired. And he kind of did up kicking and screaming a little bit, but I'm like, you almost waste money because you could be helping us. You almost waste money leaving. Let's focus on this. And once he finally did it, we, actually kind of before he did it, but we just really, really focused what we made financially. And we paid off all of our debts. We paid off all his cancer debt. He retired. Within Beachbody, there are certain ranks and levels. We've hit the top rank in our first big business center. There's a thing called the Million Club. It means you have at least made $1 million. We've hit that 4 times. And I'm by no means being, braggadocious. I just want to let you know what a chubby girl can do without, I don't have any marketing experience. I just love people, and I want them to feel as good as I feel right now in their own skin and understand that they've been created for a purpose. And it's like, I feel like we can't get to that purpose fully if we're inhibited because we don't feel good, because our bodies either aren't running right or we're lacking in confidence because we're in that cycle of things that we eat, and then we, kind of self-loathing and negative body talk, and like all that stuff can start to wear you down. And I believe it starts to diminish that light that can shine from you. But once we open our hearts to, I'm going to have to work and I can do something. And yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable, but man, it's so much more fun living like this than it is any other way. I'm held accountable by all these girls. So I have to be accountable to my nutrition. I have to be accountable to my workouts and fitness. I have to be accountable to what the latest trainings are. I just went to a training last week in California. I have to come back and share that with them. And I want to constantly be just, breathing new breath into anyone that wants it on this team. And that's kind of what we're about. My team is called Team Fit Life. What that essentially means is that we believe that it's so important that you have a fit life. Not just your butt is fit, but you have a fit mind and your spirit's right and your relationships are right, and that everything is balanced and it's in a very good level of stewardship, which must be my word for this video. I'm sorry, but it's just a great word that is us being accountable to taking care of everything. But our motto for this team is, as iron sharpens iron, so does one man to another, because we grow together. We help each other get better. And like when someone's kind of down, the other person's got to pull them up. Or if someone's like, I'm out of ideas, then we're like, okay, have you thought about this? Yes, it is your own business, and your success lies in your lap. There is no blaming of anyone else except the person in the mirror, but that's also who we congratulate when you do really well. We want to do this as a team, be your accountability and be your help, but it's also your job, and your efforts will be seen one way or the other. This is one of the best things I've ever done. I just seriously cannot imagine how our life would be if we hadn't said yes. I mean, it sounded so weird, and I didn't know what to do in the beginning either, but I'm so glad that I did. So my loving encouragement to you is just take a chance. There's a difference between taking a risk and taking a chance. A chance is an opportunity, and it's so cheap, by the way, to do this. No one's asking for $5,000. And by the way, there are plenty of MLMs that ask for that $5,000 drop to get you into the business. This is a fraction of that. If you look in the basics of the business, it will give you all of this, but you can become a coach for $40. Of course, we encourage you to buy this challenge pack because you get more. It's the cheapest it'll ever be. Plus, you would go ahead and get everything you need. But I have many coaches who were so afraid that it would be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And then when I let them know what it's going to be, they're like, "Are you kidding me? I waste that at Target every week." And I'm like, "I know, all right." So I hope this has been informative. Whoever invited you to this video or this group, please reach out to them and at least let them know you watched it. And remember, if you're watching this at a later time, it's totally fine. It doesn't have to be live. That's why we do it in this link form, so that you can watch it at your convenience. We want to hear from you. Please go back into that sneak peek group if you're a part of those girls and ask questions. If there's something that's missing in the file section, say, "Hey, what about this?" I will do my best to get you any document I can. And I just want to say thank you again for being a part. And if not now, I mean, then when? Why not go ahead and give it a chance? I'm so glad I did. I just really, really can't imagine how things would be if I wouldn't have. Thank you for being on. Thank you for watching. See you later.